take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in her. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Whoa, won't fall again, and I put that on me.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy, one for the set, boy, 10 is nothing left. I'm on point to the bed until we all got them buckets. Yeah, them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. And we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run.
54, right there, 54 Mark 54.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 55 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Eluded, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I know there'd be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Check if you won. Shift. Slam. Let's go.
Here now the first carry is a Falcon for the man coming home to Georgia, Todd Gurley. The tackle made by Benson Mayowa.
22-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Trey Flowers picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Intercepted.
So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Dante Fowler Jr.'s career has had some real twists and turns since being a first-round pick with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Remember, he hurt his knee and didn't even get to play his rookie season and has finally found his way in the league. Last year in Los Angeles with the Rams, had a career-high 11.5 sacks. That's why Atlanta got him in the offseason. They needed to boost their pass rush, and he's the guy to get it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Looking deep for Julio. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Exit, exit. Shift. Okay, free play.
To throw again, Ryan. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Tuesday.
Now it's Ryan. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Red 21. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Get that ball. Get that ball. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Defense, win shit. Hey, check.
Throwing again. Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 30.
That's good.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before tossing over out of bounds. And give them a gain of 37. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
He was taken down by
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
24-yard line.
Check. Kill. Hey, turn it up. You go try.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
And here's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
To Todd Gurley.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 4.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
20. Check it backer. He's checking. Crash.
Gurley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter with the score Seahawks 3, Falcons 0.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Check. Hey, switch gears. Kill. 51. Switch.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
leads to 2nd.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, South. Check right. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, Tuesday. Hawk 70.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now it's Gurley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He finds an opening past the 40. That's caught by Hollister. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st down, Seahawks.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's 2nd down.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his running back, Hyde. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
16 yards.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game because when you think of their receivers, You think of these guys are going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, he shatters all of those thoughts. Much more like a water bug, but maybe their most trusted target downfield. Led Seattle with 1,057 yards last season, operates in the slot and outside, and as tough as any receiver in the NFL.
The Seahawk ball
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
The throw complete to Dorsett. He's to the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and
One thing about the Seattle Seahawks offense, they are a run-first group, but when they throw the ball, they want to throw it downfield and sting defenses. And Philip Dorsett provides great speed and a good target downfield in order to get that done. Nice catch there. His speed adds an extra dimension to the Seahawks offense.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run for it with 9. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Wilson. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. 22.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Koo now for the point after. Is up to 5.
He is good. Makes the score Falcons 14, Seahawks 9.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
To kick off for Seattle.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Let's go one more. Set 39. Watch twist. White. He's coming.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Well, we've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
At the 39-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Here's Carson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Ryan. Complete to Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
10 at the 31.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now it's Ryan. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Seahawks will take over at their own 20.
20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The throw over the middle, taken in. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 79 yards. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
Jason Myers.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
47-yard line.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Quick throw from Ryan here to Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms, and this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers, but that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there, and not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
And that'll set him back 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. Open space inside the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
First and goal at the 3-yard line. That's the end of the
back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, 11, 21. He's crossing. He's checking crowd.
Ryan will throw again. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2.
conversion.
Right there, 54, right there.
Throwing again, Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The score, Falcons 27, Seahawks 15. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position.
9 yards.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, Wilson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dante Fowler getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded just inside the 30. The And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
That's got to be a long day. 21, son! Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. No. Hey, bye. Go.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Darrell Taylor brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game. And Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. 3rd, operating from the gun. Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
To throw again, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. They go play action now. Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 50 yards. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Falcons 34, Seahawks 15. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
Wilson's pass.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain.
Last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Downs.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st down, Seattle.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter and now can really take some time off the clock.
Today's final score, Falcons.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Atlanta, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.